So my name's Alyssa Schomaker, in case you guys don't know who I am. Basically, there's anything special about me. I'm just a mom of three kids. I became a coach about 2.5 years ago. And basically, the only reason why I decided to become a coach was because of the challenge groups that we run as coaches. So I was actually a registered nurse when I became a coach. I was working in pediatric ICU at the time. And during this time, my grandfather passed away from heart disease and diabetes. And it was during that emotional struggle that I decided that I really wanted to focus more on health promotion and disease prevention. So, like most people, when you decide you want to switch jobs, you go back to school. And so I went back to school. I was getting my master's degree, and I was also getting my certification in health coaching. And what I realized was that it was really hard not being a personal trainer, getting people to kind of buy into the health and fitness practices that I was starting, and also with insurance and everything else that I had to deal with. I couldn't reach the population that I really wanted to reach. I had only done really one Beachbody program, and that was Insanity. I did Insanity after I had my third daughter, or my third child. And so I really didn't know much really about Beachbody. I didn't know about the challenge groups that we ran. I didn't know about the coaching opportunity. I really didn't know much about it, but I knew that in order for me to help people to reach their health and fitness goals, that I had to get some kind of either personal trainer that I had to hire out, or I had to find some kind of system that people could use so that they could get the results. So that's when I started really kind of looking into Beachbody, looking at the different programs that they had to offer. And I probably sat on it for probably a good 6 months before I decided to actually become a coach. And like many of you guys that are on the line with me tonight, I saw a post on Facebook like many of you did, and I decided that I just wanted to learn more about it. And so where I live, there was a Super Saturday event, which is a quarterly event that Beachbody holds. And so I decided to attend it to learn a little bit more about it, but also because there was a live workout that was going to be happening because of a new program launch. So I decided I would just go learn about the community, learn about what it is that we do as coaches, and do this workout. So I went, I learned about it, and I literally decided that day that I was going to become a coach. It took me about a week to sign up. I was still kind of hesitant, but there was this gut feeling inside of me telling me that I could really make an impact in the lives of other people by going this route with coaching. And just so you guys know, I had zero social media experience at all. I have no business experience. I actually was one of those people that never posted on social media. I was just somebody that just scrolled the timeline all the time. I never posted anything unless it was like pictures of my kids. I had locked down like my whole Facebook account so that it was just absolutely private, and got rid of like anybody that I hadn't talked to in a while. So when I first found out that I was going to be using social media, I was a little hesitant until I realized that with social media, I could reach more people outside of my friends, outside of my family, outside of the community where I live. And so I started to dive more into social media, and literally it was consistent steps on what it was that I did to build the business that I have now. I did get my master's degree. So while I became a coach, I got my master's degree. I also my youngest was 9 months old at the time, and I had two boys at home. And so oftentimes I hear that, what does it take for me to be a coach? Because I just don't have a long time, even though that I know that this is something that could hold me accountable to my goals and provide the community that I'm looking for, as well as make some extra income for my family. And so I was busy. I was really, really busy, but we have something that we call our power hour. And what we typically do as coaches all really goes around the 3 vital behaviors. And I just want to share with you guys like what those 3 vital behaviors actually are. Because oftentimes you don't even really know when you just start to look at coaching what it is that we actually do as coaches and how we actually move our businesses forward. And what that consists of is you being a product of the product. Now, I want to tell you that it wasn't until this year that I actually religiously just started using Beachbody's products, because I always was somebody that went to the gym. I have a lot of friends that go to the gym. I just have a lot of acquaintances there. It was kind of my time to get out of the house and do something for myself. And so I was not the traditional person that came into Beachbody because I was in a challenge group or because I had really good results. Naturally, I grew my business because I was a product of fitness. And that's really important for people to understand, that I've done bikini competitions before. That is like 0.1% of the population really wants to get that crazy with their training and with their nutrition. 99% of the population need help with clean eating. They need help with meal planning. They need to be held accountable, and they need that support. And that's what we're doing as coaches. It's the biggest part of our job. So when I talk about the vital behaviors, that first vital behavior, being a product of the product, means that you're going to be a product of fitness, that you are going to commit to training 30 minutes most days of the week, and that you're going to try to nourish your body through clean eating or paleo or whatever it is that you find for your dietary restrictions work best for your body. Okay, so that's what it means really by being a product of the product. The second thing that we do as coaches is we engage in personal development every single day. So I tell my coaches, your biggest transformation has to come internally rather than externally. And this happens from doing personal development. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I had not done personal development before I became a coach. When my coach was telling me I needed to do personal development, I thought that it was like all these self-help books and that it wasn't for people like me. I didn't really know what to expect. Come to find out, personal development is actually what has completely changed my life. And personal development means that you're working on pieces of yourself that you can improve. Whether it's your leadership skills, whether it's communication, whether it's relationships with your husband or your significant other, whether it's to be a better mother, whether it's organization in your life or time management, whether it's setting goals, being more confident. These are all different areas of social media that you can work on, or of personal development that you can work on. And it's all tailored towards what you feel like you really need help with. And so by doing personal development 10 to 15 minutes a day is what's going to really strengthen your mind. It's going to allow you to be a lot more positive and to give that motivation that we need to be able to give to our clients that are in our health and fitness challenge groups, because we're giving positivity, motivation all the time, whether it's to people on social media, to people that message us, to those that we meet in the community, that we have to do something to fill our cup. So that's really what number 2 is. Number 2 really is those vital behaviors, is that personal development. Number 3 is sharing with other people what it is that we do. Now, I can tell you that my team in particular is full of professionals. So we do have some people that are stay-at-home moms, and I'm not saying that you're not a professional, because I am now a stay-at-home working mom, and I understand how hard it is to keep down a household. Sometimes I think it would be easier to go to a job, but I do understand that. But most of the people that come onto my team are healthcare professionals or fitness professionals, and so we work full-time jobs. There are not very many people, unless they've been coaches, that have actually quit their other jobs and now do this full time. The majority of us actually do this in between, like the mom cracks is the way that I determine it. Because when I first became a coach, I was so incredibly busy that I had to find a way to do my power hour. And I just want to kind of show you what that looked like in my schedule so you guys can kind of understand. I would get up, I would set my alarm a half an hour earlier, and I would do my workout, okay? During this time, I'd be kind of thinking about what I have to do for the day. Sometimes I would listen to my personal development then as well, but most of the time I would listen to my personal development back and forth on the ride to work. So either on the way there or on the way home or while I was cooking dinner. So right there was 2 out of the 3 vital behaviors of what I needed to do as a coach as far as to move my business in the forward direction. The third thing is really being and sharing with other people what we did. And so I did this by using social media. I love the fact with social media that I could work online when my kids go to bed. I could dedicate, that time to really use that power hour and share with other people what I was doing. And so what I like to teach my coaches is something called attraction media, because most of us are in healthcare. Most of us are not in sales. And in fact, I can tell you that my experience is that people that come into this business and are not people-centered or servant leaders, you don't do very well in the business, because it's very much a person-to-person type business. It's very much about building relationships with other people. And so if you are in the business to make a sale or to get a point, you're not going to go anywhere. And it comes the same as for when you are sponsoring your coaches. This is not a business where you just sponsor a bunch of people and hope that they make it. You do not make money in the business like that. This business is all about selecting who it is that you want to work with, taking them underneath your wing and mentoring them and guiding them and showing them what they need to do to have a successful business. Okay, so it's really important that you guys understand that we are basically like a coaching family. We work very much together, even though you are the CEO of your own business. We share ideas with one another. We help mentor and support each other. We have a private like VIP page where all of our coaches are located, where you can ask a lot of questions, as well as the training that we've developed for our team. The training that we've developed is all duplicatable. And so that means that when you get going in your own business and you start running your challenge groups as well, you have different scripts and curriculums already designed for you. So these are things that we have put together, whether it's mothers only challenge groups that we're running, whether it's a clean eating group, whether it's a spiritual faith type group that we run, whether it's a goal setting group that we run. We run a lot of free groups as well. We've created curriculums for all of these different things that all of our coaches are able to use, so that basically you can start your business right away with the curriculums and things that we have available for you. The whole point of this business is all about helping other people. And so being somebody that never was used to posting on social media, when I post on social media, I post to either inspire, I post to either be that a person of change for another individual. So oftentimes I share my story, my journey, what I've gone through in my life. I did struggle with anorexia and bulimia for about 8 years, which I believe is something that you never truly get over. And so I talk about that on social media as well. But every single person has something that they've overcome in their lives or are overcoming. And whether it's health and fitness related or not, you are a vehicle for change for another person. And that's really what we are as coaches, is to help other people be that vehicle for change, be that support person, and be that motivator. And so we use Beachbody's programs within our challenge groups, but the challenge groups are what provides the curriculum and the education and teach people how to meal plan and how to meal prep, and they're fun and they're engaging. And that's where the difference is of somebody having, for say, P90X sit on a shelf, and P90X where you actually get results and you put the program in, you do it. So that's what our job is there as coaches. For those of you that are not really familiar with Beachbody, Beachbody was developed about 8 years ago. I'm sure that many of you guys know of P90X, Insanity, the 21-Day Fix. Those are some of the catchphrase programs that people are aware of. And they basically just had the programs for a long time. About 6 years ago is when they actually developed the coaching network. And that's what brought in the peer-to-peer motivation and support. So they used to just be the fitness and the nutrition, and now we've got the peer-to-peer support that's brought in with coaching. In case you guys don't really know how this kind of operation works, it gets a kind of a bad name because people think that you have to come in at a certain time, that you have to be at the top to make money. And that's so not true. I've only been a coach for 2.5 years. Our team, Royal Republic, is in the top 10 of the entire company out of 320,000 coaches. We were the top 10 team last year, and we're a top 10 team again this year. And I've only been a coach for 2.5 years. So I can tell you that it doesn't matter where you start. It matters on what you're going to do with the opportunity that's been presented to you. Also, being a top 10 company means that our team is duplicating success. So it has really nothing to do with coaches that I'm bringing in or customers that I'm helping. It all has to do with how many coaches on my team are helping other people. And that is how they do their rankings as far as top 10 goes. So it's not based on sales. It's not based on who I'm bringing in. It's all based on duplication. And so that's really what my why and what my drive is to help other people create an at-home health and fitness coaching business, and to teach you guys exactly what I did in the last 2.5 years to have the kind of success that I have. They always say you have to have some kind of why, and my team happens to be my why, because when I started, I wanted to be home with my kids. After 8 months of being a coach, I actually quit nursing altogether, besides some odd like PRN jobs that I would take just for the thrill of it. But otherwise, I just do health and fitness coaching because I wanted to be home with my children. So once you're home with your kids, once you're maybe making $500 extra a week, you always have to kind of up what that why is and what that looks like for you. And for me, it's all about my team. Being able to have my team rise to the top with me and help my team fulfill what their goals are. Okay. So that just kind of gives you guys a little bit of insight about what you guys can kind of expect, what the 3 vital behaviors are, and how we do this. So when it comes to that third vital behavior, as far as sharing what it is that we do, obviously we use social media. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't start a fit club and invite people over to your house and to work out with DVDs with them, or start something in the community and, invite people to the fire hall or the community rec center to work out with you. There's a lot of coaches that do that as well. I do have my Sanity certification, but I don't use it because I'm busy. I am a mom. I run a business. I have 3 kids. And so the power of the internet and the power of being able to use this as literally a mobile business is what I find that's so gratifying, because you can work this business from anywhere. 80% of my business is done on my phone. So I pretty much use my phone as long as I have Wi-Fi. I can work from anywhere, literally in the world. And so that's what's so great, is that everybody can have half an hour of downtime, whether you're waiting for a dentist or a doctor or, in between different activities with your kids. Everybody has that kind of time to be able to really make a business. So those are some little things about that. I want to tell you guys, let's see here. So a lot of people kind of want to know like what kind of training that it is that we offer as far as our team Royal Republic goes. And to me, creating systems is something that I really, really enjoy. So I took some time at the beginning of this year and I created a whole team training site for all of the coaches that are on Royal Republic. No matter if you're my personally sponsored coach or you're a coach that's joining with one of my other coaches, everybody has access to this. And the reason why I created this is because of duplication. I want to make sure that no matter who you are sponsored by, that you have a tie-in to me, that you have a tie-in to my training, into the things that I teach my team, and so that everything is duplicatable and that you are allowed to bring your coaches to receive the exact same training that I teach everybody. So that this way it's not getting lost down the line. Everybody has access to all of the same information, okay? I also recently actually just switched this around, but I do new coach trainings once a month. And typically what I do is I have all of my new coaches start at one time. You're going to start your training on the team training site. Okay, this is where your preseason information is going to be located. And then after you finish that, I actually have all of your training in a closed Facebook group that is self-led. Now, what I mean by that is that you're in the group with me, you're in the group with the other new coaches as well, but because of the type of team that I have with busy working professionals, I find it much better if you work through it on your own time. And so I've uploaded, there's 4 weeks of training. Some coaches get through it much faster. The actual like 2 weeks or 3 weeks instead of taking the 4 weeks. Some coaches get through it a little bit slower, and that's fine. That's the beauty of having your own business, is that you can work through the training material when you have the time to be able to do it. you're in the group with other new coaches, because typically a lot of new coaches all have the same questions, the same reservation. You guys are all really going for the same goals as well. And so this is why I find that it's so important that you guys are all in this group together, but yet you don't have information just being thrown at you. You can go at your own pace with the training and be able to bounce ideas off of new people, okay? The other thing that we do as far as our training goes is that we have our challenge groups. We run our challenge groups with our new coaches. So all of the new coaches that join our team, you are in a challenge group with us. First of all, that's going to allow you to, one, be a product of the product, two, to have some results, hold yourself accountable, and three, so that you understand how our health and fitness challenge groups are ran, so that you can easily explain to other people when you have phenomenal results exactly what it is that you're doing. So being a product of the product takes care of that. I also include some personal development within my challenge groups as well. So right there is two things that you already have accomplished as far as being a product of the product goes. And the third is just sharing what you're doing on social media. So it's very easy for new coaches to be able to hit their goals. The reason that I do this, another reason why, is because even though I might be mentoring you, or your coach might be mentoring you on the business side of things, we are also want to encourage that you're improving your health, both physically and mentally. So no matter what area you're coming in on the business, that your health and fitness goals are still very much a priority to your sponsoring coach. We not only do our challenge groups where we show up in our challenge groups, but we also do a lot of different challenge groups that are just for coaches, just to keep ourselves accountable and motivated, and to just be there to encourage one another and bounce off ideas. So we always run those kind of groups as well, besides our traditional challenge groups that we run. Okay. Once you're done with your new coach training and you've gone through your challenge groups, there are all different kinds of groups and trainings that you can run. So for example, we have the 3 Vital Behaviors training. We have social media training available. We have Push to Diamond groups that we run as well. It is becoming the 4th quarter of the year, and a lot of my coaches are pushing for Elite, which is the top 1% in the company. And so I have teamed up with other top 10 coaches to provide elite training for my coaches, so that my coaches are hitting these quarterly bonuses and being able to hit the goals that they want to be able to achieve within their Beachbody business. So there's always going to be some kind of training, along with small group training that we offer weekly and team calls that we have as well. The great thing is that everything is recorded. So everything that we do is recorded. So if you're somebody that always works, we'll say Wednesday night when our new coach calls are, it's okay, because that's recorded. And that's one of the things that you can listen to as part of your personal development back and forth to work or out or while you're making dinner. So that's really how easy this business is, okay? Now, different ways that you can get started as a coach. So there's a lot of people that have been in my challenge groups before. You've already purchased your challenge pack, and now you're wondering how you can pay this forward and how you can be a coach yourself. Well, it's pretty easy for you to actually get started, because you only have to pay your $40 to become a coach. And then that's actually going to be reimbursed to you because you've already bought a challenge pack. So technically, your coaching fee is waived and you can become a coach for absolutely free. The second way that people can sign up as a coach is to purchase a challenge pack based on what your health and fitness goals are. What is it that you want to achieve within yourself? This is going to give you a fitness program. It's going to give you Shakeology, and it's going to waive the coaching fee as well. There's a lot of challenge packs that are super great, that are cheap, that are $140, $160. And it's the same price as if you were one of our challengers. So again, that coaching fee is waived. The second month, you're going to get 25% off on any future programs or future products that you would want to purchase, as well as your Shakeology. And that kind of leads me into Shakeology before I start talking about what that third way you can sign up is when I became a coach, I did not know what Shakeology was. Okay, I will be honest with you guys. I was somebody that was competing in competitions. My diet had little carbs in it whatsoever. I was kind of living this low carb lifestyle. And so when I first heard about Shakeology, I just thought that it was an overpriced protein shake. I didn't understand. And so for the first 6 months of my business, I didn't really drink Shakeology. I heard of all these amazing testimonies of people, diabetics getting off of their diabetic medications and their HbA1c levels and all these great things happening, but I didn't use it the way that I needed to really be using it. Once I got done with my bikini competitions and realized that that was not helping my body, those competitions were actually hurting my body more than helping my body, is when I started to really pay attention to a more holistic approach and really started to learn what these superfoods are within Shakeology and how they really help you. And I've become such a big advocate of Shakeology that I actually just did a presentation at our annual Coach Summit last month with the creator of Shakeology. So now I completely understand what Shakeology is, what it does for your body. It has protein in it, and that's pretty much where the comparison stops. So the creator created Shakeology because of the fact that we are missing nutrients in our diet. Okay, our soil is not the same as it used to be, and so we're missing key ingredients within our diet. And when we start to cut calories to lose weight, automatically we're starting to cut nutrients from our diets. And this is how a lot of those cravings occur that we have. And I was the person that would eat really, really well, but I would have horrible chocolate cravings. Like horrible. My whole diet would go off track because I would dig into the kids' candy, and before you know it, I ate like 1,000 calories in chocolate. And that's for real. That's what I was doing. And I know a lot of people do that as well. Or you're somebody that starts a diet, 2 weeks later, you're so grumpy, you're so miserable, and you start binging at anything bad that you can possibly eat. That comes from nutritional deficits, okay? So that's why Shakeology was created. It was created for that reasoning and that reasoning alone, to fill the gaps in our daily nutrition. So that's really what Shakeology is all about. So just so you guys kind of know what that is and what you guys can kind of expect with that. The easiest thing to say about Shakeology is you have to use it. You have to use it religiously for like 2 weeks and see what it does for yourself. Notice that you don't have those energy crashes like you had before. Notice the fact that you don't have those cravings that you had before, and you have a lot more energy that you had. So it's one of those things that I suggest everybody really use, okay? All right, the third way to really sign up as a coach is through the military discount. So what I love about Beachbody is that they're actually really into paying it forward to other people. And so if you are a spouse of somebody that's in the military, also if you are somebody that is a vet, you can actually have a free account, a coaching account, and get the 25% discount just for being a military spouse. So they give people, or a vet, so they give people that are in the military free businesses so that you can take advantage of the discount, whether you even want to run a business or not, okay? The other thing is there's people that don't run a business whatsoever, okay? There's people that are signed up as coaches. What they're actually doing is they're just taking advantage of the discount so that they can save their money monthly on Shakeology. I have a lot of people like this that drink Shakeology religiously. They have signed up for the discount and they've never opened up their back office. And that's fine. You don't have to sell anything. There's no minimum requirement with Beachbody to actually sell anything a month. And so you can actually be an active coach or that discount coach without ever having to make a sale, which is really great as well. As far as how people order through us, we're all given 3 different websites by Beachbody, and so they're all personalized. You have an all personalized website. We pay $15.95 for the support and management monthly of this website. It's the only coaching fee that we have is at $15.95 a month, and with that, it gives access to your customers the direct link into your account. We also do not deal with any of the shipping. So Beachbody deals with all the shipping, all of the handling, any kind of returns. And so the only things that you buy as a coach are things that you're going to use for yourself. So it's not like you're going to buy a bunch of things and have them all sitting in your garage because you can't use it and you have to have all this product on stock to be able to help other people. Everything comes out of Beachbody. Okay, so the only things that you would actually buy are things that you would use for yourself. Let's see here. Okay, a little bit about, and then I'm going to open this up to you guys, a little bit about kind of what this looks like for coaches that join our team. Okay, what I typically have you guys do is commit to either having a challenge pack, or if you already have a fitness program with Beachbody, a program that you're going to use. Okay, you're going to enter into the new coach training that we offer. That actually is going to start on September 7th is the date of the new coach training, okay? Next week is when we're going to be doing the preseason to the new coach training. So you will sign up as a coach, you will get access to our team site, and you will start working on the team site, okay? You will also be placed into our coach training on our Facebook page as well. And this whole first week, you are also getting your preseason in your challenge group. So you're going to start your challenge group and you're going to start your coach training at the same time. It's the easiest thing to be able to do, to be that product to the product and to share with other people what you're doing and to really set yourself up for success, okay? And then on September 7th, depending on who your coach is, if I am your coach, every Wednesday we have a new coach call. It's important that we have these small group calls. Typically, these calls are anywhere from 10 to 20 people on the call, and we all get to really talk and get to know one another. And I go over topics related to things that new coaches really need to know, okay? And that is broken up into 4 weeks. All of those calls are recorded as well. So if you can't make a call, that's not that big of a deal. You will just be able to catch the recording, okay? You are also entered into our Royal Republic team page, which is our big team page that has just a ton of people in it asking questions. And then you'll also be added into your personally sponsored coaches page as well, to provide a little bit more information and a little bit more individualization on what it is to achieve your goals. At every time in this business, it's really important that you are in contact with your coach and they understand what your goals are, because everybody's goals in this business are completely different. And your mentor is only going to be able to mentor you based on what your goals are. So your goals are never what your mentor wants for you. It's always what you want for your business. And so we have people that come into the business that want to grow six-figure businesses. They want to learn how to do that. On the flip side, we have people that are happy with making an extra $500 a month. And then we have people that don't care anything about making money. They just want to be a part of a community and have their own health and fitness goals accountability. So there's all different ranges of people that want to become coaches that really take advantage of the opportunity, and they it's just a matter of you conversing with your mentor, with your sponsor on what it is that you really want to achieve. Okay, so I'm going to open this up to you guys, for you guys to ask me questions, because that's what I really want this to be about. I want to make sure that everybody is fully educated about what we do as health and fitness coaches. And if this is something that you are interested in doing, any reservations that you have, I want to be able to answer those for you, so that you can walk away here with an understanding of what it is that we do and which is going to be expected of you on our team, as well as what we have to offer you as far as somebody that joins Team Royal Republic. So go ahead and I can open this up to whoever has any questions. Does anybody have any questions? I know that there is a lot of people, again, because my profession in particular is in healthcare, and so everybody was pretty much working tonight, which is pretty much what happens, and we'll catch everybody else on the replay. But I want to just know what kind of questions you guys have, or if there's any coaches on the line, anything that you guys can really add in here to kind of add value into what it is that we do, or anything I've missed out on. You guys have anything to add? I see you guys smiling. Anything?
I think from the standpoint of somebody who isn't in the healthcare profession, it's important. Sorry, my dog's going to start going crazy. It's important, in my opinion, to mention that like Alyssa's team is very much so built up of quite a diverse group of people. And the benefit that you have, or that I've really found that I had, was that I don't have to be a professional to be a successful coach. And you have that blessing of the people who have made it a profession to, help in the healthcare industry in one way or another. So in our team page, you have people answering questions with actual medical experience, from personal experience from using the products, from people who have been a part of her team for the last, 2, almost 3 years. And so I found that I didn't feel so overwhelmed because I knew that no matter what, I was going to get my questions answered. 1, everyone's awesome about answering them quickly. And 2, you have a diverse group of people that will give you a range of things that work for your life. So I found the success comes from, Alyssa has built a very strong team of family. And I think everyone really wants to watch everyone succeed. So you don't have to be a professional to find success in this.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point. Because I'm not really professional. Like, I'm a healthcare professional, but I'm not a health and fitness professional. I don't have a nutrition degree. I don't have any of those kind of things. It's basically us sharing our journey with other people. That's really what makes you a successful coach. And the more that you are willing to change, put yourself out there and invest in personal development and invest in your physical transformation, the more people are going to follow you on your journey. And so it doesn't matter like where you start. It matters about how you're continuing and how you're sharing yourself. And I'm telling you, it's not really about sharing like those highlight reels. We see enough of that stuff on Facebook as it is. It's about being that inspirator and that motivator for other people that really determines what kind of success that you have. The other thing is, in this business, your success is directly related to the amount of people that you help, directly related to that. So obviously you can help a lot of people in free groups, which is awesome. I believe that really helps because you're paying it forward to other people. That will come back around to you. I believe in karma. I believe in the good. And I believe that anywhere that you can help another person, no matter what area that you're focusing on, whether it's helping people with their time management or their personal development, that'll all come back around. Which is why I typically feel that people that are servant leaders do so well as coaches because of that fact. You can't be somebody that's really self-absorbed. You can't be somebody that is just all about themselves. You have to be somebody that really finds gratification and passion in helping other people, which is traditionally why I've attracted so many nurses into my business, because that is how we find fulfillment. So not saying that other people don't find fulfillment like that, but typically in the nursing profession, you're not doing it because, you enjoy everything or because of the income. You're doing it because you like the reward of helping other people. So any other questions that you guys have, or any other coaches that want to chime in? Share your story with us. And you guys are all quiet. Oh.
So I've just found it really cool. I have a lot of coworkers at the hospital. I'm a float pool nurse. People will come up to me all the time. Some of these people I don't even know. They're following me on my like page, and I don't even know that they're following me. And they're just like, thank you so much. I've started eating better. I've lost 10 pounds on my own. So even if they're not buying products through you, you're making a change in your community, and that's going to decrease the healthcare issues that we're having right now in the long run. And it's really fun to see the change in other people and getting them excited about taking care of themselves and having them see the benefits, and then they're telling their friends about the benefits. And it can help you in your business. But even if it doesn't, it's just making such an impact on the world. And I just feel like really passionate about what we're doing. And I think, part of the reason is because I'm a nurse and I'm so obsessed with healthcare and people's health, and I don't get it when people don't care about how their body is doing, but it is just really an amazing thing that we're a part of. For me, the income is just really a bonus, but I feel like I'm not doing a lot of things that I wasn't doing before. I'm posting selfies and I'm posting quotes and I'm just being my normal happy self and sharing myself with other people, which I was really doing before I was a coach too. So for some people it is hard to open up, but I was already doing those things, and I'm just kind of I don't know, like narrowing my focus, I guess, of what I would be posting about. But it's just really fun to be helping people and seeing those positive changes, and to be in this awesome community is just priceless.
Yeah, I think our community is the best, honestly. Like, I would be so sad if anybody took my community away. More than anything else, it's the people that I've met on the journey that really I just love the best. Nice.
This is Caroline. I was gonna say I'm a brand new coach, but one of the reasons that attracted me to this group is just because of the positivity and the community, and being surrounded by people who are making a difference not only in their own lives but in others' lives, but in surrounding themselves with positivity constantly. So it's just a really fantastic, supportive community.
Yeah, thanks, Caroline.
Yeah.
We love having you, girlfriend. Yeah, I agree. That is the best part. It really is. And I think that that's really hard for people to understand outside of coaching, to really understand what the community and what the tribe is all about, and to really feel like they belong to something, and something that's so very, very special. So I always say I just feel so gifted for the people that God brought into my life on this journey with me, because they come from all over the United States and all over Canada, but somehow we all mesh together, and it's like my soul sisters that have been brought to me. So it's just really, really a neat experience, that I don't get to see my girls enough. So I am going to stop the recording. I will have it up for you guys after I go get my kids in bed, so you guys can listen to it as well. But what's really important is that, you ask whoever invited you here any questions that you have, that you get together with that person and really go over any questions that they have. Find out, how many spots available that they have in their next new coach apprenticeship group, what it is that they're looking for, and that you can find out just any other questions that you guys might have. But when they're going to be starting their new coach training, I believe most people are probably starting their new coach training the same time that I am. But it's important that you guys speak and get into contact with whoever invited you here, so that person can, figure out how many spots that they have available, as well as to just give you more information on what you can expect from joining their particular team, because we all do things the same, but we all do things just a little bit differently as well, and that's really the beauty of it, is that you can individualize the business however you want to. So if there's no any questions, I will let you guys go for tonight. I'm excited for those of you that jumped on, and for those of you that will listen to the recording in a bit. I will be around the next 2 days really to answer any questions that anybody has, and then we're going to get rolling. So thank you just all for joining us tonight. I just hope that you guys had your questions answered, and that you guys feel more comfortable knowing about what we do as health and fitness coaches. It kind of clears the air for anything. So hope you guys all have a great one. You guys make it a great Thursday, and we'll be in touch soon. Okay, bye.